Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
I can't tell a killer when we start adding our teacher, we now they got him teach him, a real teacher.
He is popularly known for songs like Testify.
Go testify, my love, my man about. The love that make me jump for joy.
Ghetto Youth.
Please believe me, ghetto youth have to make it one day. Nah, go the wrong way.
Where's the Love?
Here we till the soil, and Babylon no share the spoil. Every day we
Three world back, one world back.
Where is the love?
And thank you, Jah.
Thank you, Jah, me wake up this morning. Roll out the earth before me start yawning. Don't round bust a kiss by me down.
Dancehall artists Adidja Vybz Kartel Palmer along with Sean Storm Campbell and two others had their convictions overturned by the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, JCPC, in London due to juror misconduct during their trial in Jamaica.
Fifth defendant was unanimously acquitted.
The Privy Council's decision, announced on Thursday, March 14th, sends the matter back to Jamaica's Court of Appeal, which will determine whether a retrial should be held. The four men, including Kahira Jones and Andre Matsus St. John, have served 12.5 years in prison for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. This is the story of Vybz Kartel with Ras Dennis.
You are now watching Reggae Just Extra's Vybz Kartel's edition.
Oh.
A quick look at the story. In March 2014, Vybz Kartel, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, my life artist Sean Storm Campbell, and two associates, Kahira Jones and Andre Matsus St. John, were all found guilty of killing Clive Lizard Williams. While Lizard's body was never found, the conviction hinged on telecommunication and cell phone evidence, including a text message from Kartel's phone stating the victim had been chopped up fine, and the sole eyewitness, Lamar Chow, who testified that Lizard was murdered at Kartel's home in Havendale, St. Andrew, after he and the deceased were summoned there over missing guns. After a 64-day trial in the Kingston Home Circuit Court, the longest in Jamaica's history, the men were sentenced to life in prison in April 2014. Subsequently, in April 2020, the Jamaica Court of Appeal upheld the conviction but reduced their parole eligibility by 2.5 years each. After their conviction was largely upheld by the Jamaica Court of Appeal, the four men moved to the UK-based Privy Council, the final court of appeal for Jamaica, seeking to overturn their life sentences that ranged from 22 to 32 years before parole. On Thursday, March 14th, the Privy Council handed down its judgment on three key issues in the case. 1. Should the trial judge have excluded the telecommunications evidence relied on by the prosecution? 2. How should the judge have handled the allegations that there were attempts to bribe members of the jury during the trial? Should the jury have been discharged? 3. Was the judge wrong to invite the jury to reach a verdict late in the day, given the special circumstances of the case? A panel of 5 justices, Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Jones, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, and Lady Simler had mainly focused on the question of jury tampering during the hearings held on February 14th and 15th. Kartel's attorney, Isat Buchanan, had argued that juror Livingston Kane, who was convicted of attempting to pervert the course of justice by offering a 500,000 Jamaican dollars bribe to the jury forewoman, should have been discharged from the jury as he was tainted, and that knowledge of the bribe offer might have influenced the other jurors to return a guilty verdict. The Privy Council judges, Lord Reed, Lord Lloyd Jones, Lord Briggs, Lord Burrows, and Lady Simler were unanimous in deciding that the appeal should be allowed and that the conviction was unsafe and should be squashed. It should be noted that during an interview with Fox 5, Vybz Kartel had maintained innocent, and as a matter of fact, he claimed that the system really wanted him thrown away. It was never about him being charged for a murder, rather about getting rid of Vybz Kartel, not Adidja Palmer, the person. A public feud between Kartel and former collaborator Mavado arose towards the end of 2006, stemming from Vybz's much-publicized departure from the dancehall conglomerate group The Alliance. The feud resulted in numerous diss tracks released, in which each artist dissed the other and their associates over popular dancehall rhythms. In a police-overseeing press conference in March 2007, both Mavado and Vybz Kartel publicly announced an end to hostilities and apologized to fans. However, by the summer of 2008, tensions flared with a renewal of diss tracks from each artist, and a lyrical clash between the two at Sting 2008 left mixed views as to the winner. Most of 2009 saw a continuation of the public feud, which dominated Jamaican media and, to a certain extent, Jamaican culture, with the two artists' factions, Gaza, Kartel, and Gully, Mavado, being adopted by Jamaican youth, in some cases leading to street violence. On December 8, 2009, Kartel and Mavado met with Jamaican Prime Minister Bruce Golding in an attempt to end the feud, which had by that time fueled mob attacks in some of the inner-city neighborhoods of Kingston. The two had performed together on stage the previous night in a sign of goodwill at the West Kingston Jamboree, a concert promoted by drug lord Christopher Dudas Coke, who is currently serving a jail term in United States. After the truce in December 2009, the two artists were scheduled to perform a unity concert in March 2010 in Barbados, which was later cancelled by the late Barbadian Prime Minister David Thompson. Right now, the Court of Appeal in Jamaica will have to decide whether Kartel and his co-defendants should stand trial again. Thanks for watching, and do remember to subscribe. Give it a like and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another video.
Many thanks for watching Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.